It's 9:02 a.m., Tuesday, June 29th, 2021. We're on the record. If counsel for the parties could put your appearance on record.
Taylor May on behalf of the Office of the State Attorney.
Tyler Brands on behalf of the Office of Public Defender.
Please tell me your name. Mr. Barnes, you're here in 21 CJ 762, charged with second-degree murder.
Your Honor.
All right, I see it's, hold on, 21 CF 7611. I was going to ask the state if you had that number,
Yes, Your Honor.
because I believe the state's already filed an information in this case.
Yes, Your Honor. We did file a direct information from juvenile to adult court back June 25th with that new case number.
All right, so in that new felony case, you're charged with second-degree murder. Ms. May, did you wish to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. As the charge that's been filed, a second-degree murder with a firearm is a punishable by life offense. State is asking that you hold him no bond pending an Arthur hearing.
I will do that. Mr. Barnes, you're not going to have any bond at this time because what you're charged with is a punishable by life offense. So your attorney is going to have to file a motion and have a hearing with the judge downtown. But even while in custody, I'm going to order that you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim's family members. Do you understand that? You have to answer out loud.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck, sir. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Please tell me your name.
Robert Arce.
(21MM4466). You're here charged with trespass on property after warning. There is probable cause. Was there an offer from the state?
Not at this time, Your Honor, due to him just playing to a trespass yesterday as well.
All right, at this time, I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $500. You're not allowed to return to 3600 South John Young Parkway.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. They did not give me a warning. They just arrested me on a trespass, and I never had a trespass warning from that place. I was there shortly, and I was going to walk away, and the sheriff came and arrested me. So I don't understand why I don't have an offer when it's like they were supposed to give me a trespass warning by a deputy, and then, you know, if I came back, then it's trespass after warning. Well,
It sounds like you think you have a defense to this case, which you can raise at a later time. You need to talk to your attorney about that, but I can't make the state give you an offer. That's up to the state of
I
Florida.
understand, but I understand that the judge has more authority than the state.
I don't.
And they could overrule because they did it before.
No, the state attorney is who's charging you with this crime. This is the state of Florida versus Robert Arce, not Judge Gibson versus Robert Arce. So I can't force the state to give you an offer. I can't dismiss the charges that the state may or may not file. It's purely up to the state of Florida whether they file that.
I understand that, Your Honor.
What I can do is I can tell you that there is probable cause to believe you committed this crime. So I found probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. I can give you bond conditions. You're not allowed to return there to that Chevron gas station or have contact with any victim or witness in this case. The other thing is, I show that he's out on bond
No, I'm not.
in 21 CF 4499. I'm inclined to revoke that, counselor, and yet unless you can give me a reason not to.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Your Honor, that case is still open. The arrest was back April of 2021. We filed it June 9th. We just filed the possession of a controlled substance. It came in MDMA and tampering. We just filed possession of a controlled substance. If you are inclined to take action, state would ask that you revoke and double.
I think he was released on his own recognizance. There is no monetary bond.
Then revoke and set a double bond than what originally would have been, given that you did not revoke yesterday, or I'm unsure, maybe it was Judge Bain, didn't revoke yesterday when he pled to a trespass. He's here again for a trespass. It's the second time.
And this was Judge Bain. I saw
believe-
Judge Bain yesterday.
Yesterday morning, yes, Your Honor.
I would echo that, Your Honor, as I was going to ask for a monetary bond on the out-on-bond case, if, in your discretion, of course.
All right, at this time, I'm going to revoke your release on your own recognizance and set a $1,000 monetary bond on the one count that the state filed. With special conditions, you're not allowed to possess or consume any controlled substance without a valid prescription or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand?
Yes, I didn't have nothing on me.
No, this is
They
the
didn't
prior
find drugs
case.
on me. They didn't find no drugs on me, Your Honor.
No, this is a prior case. This isn't the arrest for the trespass.
Oh, okay.
You have a pending case for possession of a controlled substance.
I didn't have no controlled substance, Your Honor.
All right, you're gonna have to take that up with the trial judge.
I didn't have nothing at all.
All right, good luck. What happened to Joshua? Okay, all right, we just did him out of order. Are these ready? Please tell me your name.
Joshua Llewellyn.
Capias was issued for your arrest in 19 CF 16729, charging you with carjacking with a firearm and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Another judge has already found probable cause.
Your Honor, this was another case that was direct filed. This is Mr. Llewellyn, so it's the BO, not AO.
BO, yes?
Okay. This was direct filed back in November of 2019 and has been sitting in KPS since. Given that count 1 is a punishable by life offense, state is asking that you hold him no bond pending an Arthur hearing.
All right, I'll do that at this time. You have no bond on count 1, $1,500 bond on count 2. However, even while in custody, you're not allowed to have contact with the victim, co-defendant, or witnesses in the case. You can't have any hostile or violent contact with the victim. You're not allowed to return to the scene of the offense. You can't possess or consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or controlled substances without a valid prescription. You can't possess any weapon or firearm, and you can't drive without a valid Florida driver's license. Do you understand?
No.
In case 2019 CF 16723BO, you're here charged with robbery with a firearm with a mask, 2 counts,
I believe.
sorry, 3 counts of that same charge.
Yes, Your
Oh,
Honor.
and I'll appoint an attorney in both cases.
This is also another one that we have direct filed back in 2019. It's been sitting in KPS since. Given that all 3 charges are punishable by life offenses, state is asking that you hold him no bond pending an Arthur hearing.
I will do that at this time. You're not going to have any bond on any of these 3 counts. You can't have any contact even while in custody with the victim, co-defendant, or any witness in the case. You can't have any hostile or violent contact with the victim. You can't return to the scene of the offense, and you can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand?
No.
All right, good luck, sir. I appointed in both cases. Please tell me your name.
Davius Thomas.
19 CF 16723AO. You're here charged with robbery with a firearm with a mask, 3 counts of that charge. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. A capias was issued for your arrest, so probable cause has already been found. Ms. May?
Your Honor, this case has also been direct filed along with his co-defendants back in 2019. It's been sitting in KPS since. Given that count 1, 2, and 3 are all punishable by life offenses, state is asking that you hold him no bond pending an Arthur hearing.
I'll do that at this time. However, even while in custody, you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim, co-defendant, or witnesses in the case. Do you understand that?
No.
You can't have any hostile or violent contact with the victim. You can't return to the scene of the offense or possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You're also here because a capias was issued for your arrest in 19 CF 16729AO, charging you with carjacking with a firearm and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Probable cause has already been found. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you.
State has also already filed direct filed information in this case as well. Has been sitting in KPS since 2019. Given that count 1 is a punishable by life offense, state is asking that you hold him no bond and set a reasonable bond on count 2.
I'll do that at this time. You'll have no bond on count 1, $1,500 bond on count 2. Even while in custody, again, you can't have any contact with the victim, co-defendants, or witnesses in the case. You can't have any hostile or violent contact with the victim. You may not return to the scene of the offense, possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition, and you cannot drive without a valid Florida driver's license. Do you understand?
No.
All right, good luck. Please tell me your name. What's your name, sir?
Right, Noble.
A capias was issued for your arrest in 20 MM 471 AW for failing to appear for a competency hearing on a charge of trespass and resisting an officer without violence. The bond authorized is $200. It's $100 on each count, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
He's good, man.
21 CF 7616, you're here charged with grand theft of a motor vehicle. There is probable cause in this case, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $1,000. You can't have any contact with any victim or witness in this case. Do you understand that? You also can't return to the scene of this offense. And at this time, I'm revoking your bonds in your 2 out-on-bond cases, 20 CF 10766 and 21 CF 5929. Good luck, sir. Thank you. Oh, I can't call on this. What happened?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Alan Figueroa, Assistant Vice President. Your Honor, are you able to hear me?
I can hear you, but I don't know what that static is.
I can hear you, Your Honor, just fine. I don't hear any static on my end.
Well, let's see if this calms down. Has the interpreter been sworn?
Yes, Your Honor.
I wanted,
I'm going to hang up and try again.
Okay, not a problem.
All right, well, that's exciting.
Is this better this time, Your Honor?
No. Has that ever happened?
not that I'm aware of.
All right, one more time. All right. We're going to move that to the end, and I'm going to ask if they can contact AV about that. All right. Please tell me your name, sir.
Terry Lee Demps Jr.
Good morning. We were here yesterday afternoon discussing your case. It is, I don't have the case number now. Do you have the case number, Ms. May?
Your Honor,
All I have is the supplemental report, which doesn't have the case number.
Your Honor, I have 2021 CF 7596 AO.
Is that the possession of a firearm or concealed weapon by a convicted felon, smuggling contraband into a prison, and possession of cannabis with intent to sell?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Demps, you'll recall we were here yesterday afternoon, and I had the attorneys come back because I wanted to see if there was any new information in your case, and then they were also going to do a little bit of research, so we're going to talk about that now.
Your Honor, if I may approach, I have some case law.
All right.
I believe it potentially is moot. State wasn't able to obtain an additional affidavit, Your Honor. So I'm just
Right.
asking that you find PC to count 1 and PC for possession of cannabis, and no PC to count 2, and no PC as to the intent to sell and deliver.
Would you still like the case law just for further reference, Your Honor?
Yes, just for my personal reading. Yes, please, thank you. Oh, thank you. All right, so Mr. Demps, you heard what the state just said. That is what I'll do. There is probable cause to believe that you possessed a concealed weapon or firearm by a convicted felon. So I will find probable cause as to that count. I will find none as to count 2, and only probable cause that you possessed cannabis, which is 893.13 sub. I just need them to give me the statute.
Yes, Your Honor, 1 second. It is 893.13 sub 6 sub B, and that's possession of 20 or less.
All right, so that's a first-degree misdemeanor. There is probable cause to believe that you possessed less than 20 grams of marijuana. So your bond will be $4,000 on count 1. I'll release you on your own recognizance as to count 2, and count 3, it'll be $100. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition, and you can't possess or consume any controlled substance without a valid prescription or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand? Can the state advise if you filed an information as to the out on bond case? 21 CF 6807, it's a fleeing and resisting.
Not yet, Your Honor. The arrest just happened June 16th. There was an affidavit for an arrest warrant on June 8th, and he just got picked up on June 16th.
I would just have you set a higher bond amount, Your Honor. If already said, if on ROI, I would just have you set a bond amount. I don't think he's on ROI. But I would have you set a monetary bond on the out on bond case, or higher monetary bond, excuse me.
Looks like your client has 16 prior failures to appear. He's out on bond for committing a felony and is arrested for committing a new felony.
Your Honor, state's asking that you revoke.
I believe the higher monetary bond will secure his appearance at court. And I'll speak with him if I may.
Your Honor, would you like to see the underlying facts in that case? Would that?
Did I set that one? If you can tell.
I could go look at the IA notes.
You did, Your Honor.
I did. It seemed familiar to me.
Yes.
I did.
He refused to exit the vehicle, fled the scene, accelerating quickly at a high rate of speed.
I can't hear you.
He, odor of marijuana, refused to exit, continued to refuse, fled the scene in the vehicle, accelerating quickly at a high rate of speed, causing his tires to lose traction in the dirt and his vehicle to fishtail.
Your Honor, as to the failures to appear, the last was in 2011 when Mr. Demps was a juvenile. He's assured me he'll be showing up to all future court dates as an adult, and I would have you consider that as part of your consideration, Your Honor.
Mr. Demps, I'm the judge that saw you when you were arrested for that fleeing or attempting to elude.
Also, 2 years since that 2011 can be accounted for him being in DOC from 2017 to 2019.
Was that from a juvenile case or an adult case? Wait,
It would, that sale and delivery of cocaine, Your Honor, would be an adult case, 2017, and he's 28.
oh, it was 2017.
Yes.
Mr. Demps, like I said, I'm the judge who saw you on that fleeing or attempting to elude after you got arrested for that, and now I'm seeing you for this. I'm going to take no action on that case. But now that we've had so many conversations, I know who you are and you know who I am. If you get arrested again while you're out on bond, there's a high likelihood that I'll revoke your bond and you'll sit here at no bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
A condition of being out on bond is that you commit no new law violations. So I'm giving you a chance.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't make me regret it. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Tommy O'Donoghue.
21MM4463. You're here charged with criminal mischief greater than $200 but less than $1,000 and possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond is $500 on count one, $100 on count two. You can't have any contact with any victim or witness in this case. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can't return to the scene. You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition, and you can't possess or consume any controlled substance without a valid prescription or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck.
Ortiz, Rosario, is in the hospital, Your Honor.
21MM4464. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent him. Do you want to waive his appearance or reset it?
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right, there is probable cause in this case. I'll reduce the bond to $250 with a no return. Please tell me your name.
Quentin Morgan.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 21MM3950, charging you with fraudulent use of credit cards and petty theft. Another judge has already found probable cause in this case. Your bond is $2,000 on count one, $250 on count two. You're not allowed to have contact with any victim or witness in this case. Do you understand? I show that you're out on bond in 3 cases,
Your Honor.
all 3 felonies.
He is participating in drug court with Judge Lattimore, and as this current charge is not drug-related, I believe that allow him to continue that process in drug court to resolve any drug abuse issues by either taking no action or, if you do decide to revoke, just set a high monetary bond too.
He can't participate in drug court from in custody?
I don't know about that. I would have to ask about that, but I would still have you either take no action or just to set a different monetary bond.
Your Honor, I don't believe he just got into drug court June 25th. There was a motion to reconsider that was heard and granted, and the plea date into drug court was June 25th, 2021. And this case has been going on since 2019.
You mean the drug court case?
The 2019 CF 17248, the first one on the first appearance detainer cases, he's been in drug court for approximately 4 days. Your Honor, and since these cases, these 2019 cases, he's picked up other cases, one of which was Noel Prost, a 20 misdemeanor stalking and assault case. He also has an open 21 non-arrest misdemeanor petty theft case. So there has been criminal history since the 2019 cases have been pending, so state's asking that you revoke.
I just spoke with our client, Your Honor. He has been participating in group for the last month as well as part of that drug court commitment. So he is attempting to resolve those cases and also participate in the personal growth of drug court and rehab. So I would have you consider that as well.
I'm going to revoke it at this time. You're going to have to take it up with Judge Lattimore. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Mark Frazier.
21MO741, you're here charged with open container of an alcoholic beverage. Is there an offer from the state?
Yes, Your Honor, I've been authorized on the city's behalf to offer withhold and credit time served.
Your Honor, I did have a chance to speak with Mr. Frazier about the offer from the state. Talk about citizenship and probationary issues, and I believe Mr. Frazier would still like to enter a plea today.
Please raise your right hand.
Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You had an opportunity to discuss this with an attorney, and he talked to you about all the rights you're giving up if you enter a plea today, right? Do you understand all those rights? Do you have any questions for me about those rights? You understand that if you're on probation anywhere, this plea could violate it?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you're not a U.S. citizen, this plea could deport you?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to enter this plea other than the state's offer?
No, ma'am.
All right, and you're not under the influence of any drugs or alcohol today?
No, ma'am.
Anything that could impair your ability to understand? You don't appear to be. You appear to be alert and intelligent. All right, do you have any questions for me about the rights you're giving up or anything? Sir, at this time, how do you wish to plead an open container of an alcoholic beverage?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll withhold adjudication, give you credit for the 2 days that you've been in jail. I have to order that you pay court costs, and I'll give you a year to pay them. All right, good luck, sir. You have 30 days to appeal in writing.
I did speak with Mr. Frazier as a friend of the court, Your Honor.
Yes, I did not appoint you. Please tell me your name.
Israel Fuentes.
21MO742, you're here charged with open container of an alcoholic beverage. There is probable cause. Was there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, I've been authorized on the city's behalf to offer withhold credit time served.
Your Honor, I did speak with Mr. Fuentes in the back. We talked about the charge and the state's offer. He would like to speak with our attorneys, but as far as a monetary bond, I don't believe he would even be able to pay 10% of $100. So I would have you consider a very, very low bond, if not perhaps even ROR.
Does the state show any criminal history?
Other open containers, Your Honor, and municipal ordinances.
Mr. Fuentes, do you have a home?
No, I'm homeless.
Does the state object to an ROR?
No, Your Honor.
I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, sir, but you can't possess alcoholic beverages. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand that now.
All right. You also can't return back to
Lake Eola.
Lake Eola Park.
Yeah,
All right, so don't go back there and don't drink.
no,
And make sure that you stay in touch with the public defender's office. I'm going to appoint them to represent you.
okay.
All right, good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Christopher Nauert?
21MO743, you're here charged with disorderly conduct. There is probable cause. Was there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, I've been authorized on the city's behalf to offer withhold credit time served.
Your Honor, I did have a chance to speak with Mr. Nahart about the state's offer and the repercussions of entering a plea, probationary and citizenship issues, as well as the rights to be waived, and I believe Mr. Nahart would still like to enter a plea today.
All right, sir, please raise your right hand.
Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down now. You had a chance to speak with an attorney about all the rights you'd be giving up if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest today. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions for me about them?
No.
You understand that if you're on probation, this plea could violate that?
Yes.
And if you're not a U.S. citizen, this plea could deport you. Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything other than the state's offer to get you to enter a plea today? And are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol or anything that could affect your ability to understand what you're doing? You don't appear to be. You appear to be alert and intelligent. At this time, sir, how do you wish to plead to the charge of disorderly conduct?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea. I find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll withhold adjudication, give you credit for the 2 days that you've been in jail. I have to order that you pay court costs. Sir, do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
Do you have a home? All right, I'm going to reduce that to a lien. Good luck, sir. You have 30 days to appeal in writing. Did I already do that? I see that they rebooted the Cisco system, so if you want to bring him back in anytime, we can try it again, or wait till the very end, it doesn't matter to me.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Theodore Leal, Spanish interpreter. The interpreter has been previously sworn, Your Honor.
Good morning. If you could please connect to the headset.
Connected, Your Honor.
Sir, please tell me your name.
Regino Santiago Carreño.
The interpreter got Santiago Carreño, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 MM 1710 out of Osceola County for domestic stalking. There is no bond authorized on this. However, even while in custody, you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Osceola County has said they will extradite you, so we will notify them that you're here, and they'll come and get you. Do you understand?
No tengo bonos. No tengo bonos.
So I do not get a bond?
No, not at this time. The judge in Osceola County signed the warrant and said no bond. So you have to see the judge in Osceola County to get a bond.
Okay.
All right, good luck, sir. Do I have any other interpreter cases? All right, that's all we need at this time. Thank you.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Please tell me your name.
Terry Bell.
21 CF 7649. You're here charged with aggravated assault with a weapon, domestic violence, and tampering with a witness to hinder communication to law enforcement. I need you to look at me, ma'am. There is probable cause in this case, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you wish to testify?
Yes,
Oh, hold on. Raise your right hand, please, to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Herschel Gaines, Gaines.
All right, I'm going to let the state ask you some questions first.
Okay.
Good morning, sir. Can you please state your relationship to Miss Bell?
It's my girlfriend.
Are you afraid of her?
No, ma'am.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
No, ma'am. It just went too far yesterday. You know, like she's no threat. We live together. We've been together. And like I say, I ain't trying to press no charges or nothing. I'm just asking for, I know she have a hole in another county, but I'm just asking for a reasonable bond here.
Yes, sir. One last question for you. Do you want to have contact with her?
Yes, we live together.
All right, thank you. That's all I have, Your Honor.
No questions, Your Honor.
All right. Do you know what the hold for in Martin County, what the hold is for out of Martin County?
Yes, it's for driving while license suspended with a prior conviction with a no bond.
There's no bond on that. All right. Thank you for coming, sir. You can stay right there while I finish.
All right.
All right, Ms. Bell, your bond is $2,500 on count 1 and $150 on count 2. At this time, I'm going to order that you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim.
Even with victim testimony, Your Honor?
Yes, I heard it, Counselor. She's not getting out of custody because her other hold has no bond,
I understand, but if
but it means that he can't.
she did get out of custody, or if she is issued a bond once she gets to Martin County, she'd be able to come back and live with her boyfriend.
I know.
So will I be able to go on and pay the bond today? So when she get down there to Martin County, if they like R&R or whatever, she'll be able to get out from down there? If I go and pay the bond here?
I mean, based on witness testimony, Your Honor, I feel like no hostile contact is just, and even though she'll be held here until she gets to Martin County to resolve that issue there, she would still, if she bonds out there, she'll be able to come back home. She won't have.
All right, I'm going to make it peaceful contact. Do you understand what peaceful contact means?
Yes.
You can't even raise your voice.
Yeah, I know what it is.
All right. So I'll allow contact, but it must be peaceful. You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand that? You have to answer out loud. Yes. All right. So you can do whatever you want. If you want to post a bond, you can. I don't have the authority to order you to do anything. But because I'm allowing contact, she'll be able to talk to you. And yes, you can post the bond, but until she addresses the charge in Martin County, I can't give her a bond on that.
Right, I understand. Do
Okay.
you know about, they got like 10 days, like roughly like 10 days or so, right?
So it's not even 10, but coronavirus changed everything. So I don't know that any of that's being held really strictly at this time.
Right.
But all the counties are transporting, so they should come and get her pretty quickly.
Okay,
But you have a public defender, so if for some reason she's sitting for a long time, have the public defender's office readdress it,
okay,
because she has an attorney.
okay,
But I think they'll come get you pretty quickly.
okay.
All right, do you have any questions, ma'am?
All right, thank you, man.
Yes, good luck. Thank you for coming. Good luck, ma'am. Please tell me your name.
Simeon Fernandez Perez.
21 CF 7650. You're here charged with tampering with a witness to hinder communication to law enforcement and battery domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $2,500 on count 1 and $100 on count 2. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. I'll order you must maintain a separate residence, and I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you cannot coordinate that with the victim. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck. All right. Please tell me your name.
Walter Gerardo.
21 CF 7426. You're here charged with aggravated assault with a firearm and battery domestic violence. A warrant was issued for your arrest, so another judge has already found probable cause in this case. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Hold on one second. Your bond is $5,000 on count 1, $1,000 on count 2. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means? You must maintain a separate residence. Were you two living together?
We were, but she's
All right.
not affidavit. It's the same thing. Situation like she don't know what's going on because I don't know why she's the victim. She's not.
Well, according to the warrant, she is. So you can't, I'll order you must maintain a separate residence, allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you can't coordinate that with her. Do you understand?
Oh, she's not there. It's just me.
You can't possess a firearm, a weapon of any kind, or ammunition. You can't have contact with any witness in this case. Any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck. Please tell me your name.
Good afternoon, Jose.
Jose,
Yeah,
what's your last name?
Malaver. Malaver.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 MM 3691 for violating conditions of pretrial release. There's no bond authorized on that warrant. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. In 21 CF 7639, you're here charged with dealing in stolen property, fraudulent use of personal identification information, grand theft of a dwelling $100 or more, less than $750, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case as well. There is probable cause here. Your bond will be $5,000 on count 1, $150 on counts 2, 3, and 4, $100 on count 5. Again, you can't have contact with the victim or any witness in this case. You can't possess or consume any controlled substance without a valid prescription or have contact with any known drug dealers, and you may not return to this scene for any reason. In 21 MM 4474, you're here charged with violation of a condition of pretrial release in a domestic violence case. There is probable cause for this charge as well. Your bond is $10,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yeah.
You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You can't be within 1,000 feet of the victim's residence. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Please tell me your name.
Virginia Marshall.
21 CF 7626, you're here charged with aggravated assault with a weapon, domestic violence. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Does the state have any objection to pretrial release?
No, Your Honor, given she has no history and we have no victim input here today.
I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather belongings, but you may not coordinate that with the victim. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck. Please tell me your name.
Randy Ross.
21 CF 7633. You're here charged with aggravated battery, domestic violence, great bodily harm. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Did the attorneys read this affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's the great bodily harm?
Your Honor, I believe it was an ag bad. It has to be an ag assault.
It says great bodily harm. The harm that I see is bite marks and scratch marks.
Biting, ripping the chains from his neck.
I don't believe the harm was done by the
I can't hear you.
I don't believe the harm was done by the weapon, Your Honor.
It doesn't have to be. If it's aggravated battery causing great bodily harm,
Yes, Your Honor.
it doesn't have to be with a weapon, but the great bodily harm has to be,
It has to be more than an abrasion or a
right, serious injury, right? Like broken bones or lacerations. Is,
Yes, Your Honor, I believe it
Bite
should have
marks?
just been a bat DV and an ag assault due to the knife.
unless there's something I'm missing, that's all I see is bite marks. Is that sufficient for great bodily harm?
1 second, Your Honor.
case law for great bodily harm, but it's,
You have it?
I do, but it was pertaining to a different case, but I believe the definition is applicable here. Let me see if I can.
Your Honor, under State v. Williams, defendant biting victim sufficiently established requisite violence for imposition of enhanced sentence for felony battery.
I can't really hear you.
State v. Williams, which is a 4th DCA case from 2009, defendant biting victim sufficiently established requisite violence for imposition of enhanced sentence. The information alleged the defendant had caused great bodily harm, permanent disfigurement, or permanent disability by biting the victim on the shoulder and arm, causing lacerations, and the conviction was sustained.
And that's valid case law? It hasn't been overruled?
State v. Williams, 4th DCA, there's no negative treatment. It's 9 Southern 3rd, 658. That's what I found upon immediately researching. I haven't read through the entire case. However, that is the head note.
All right.
Your Honor,
Then there is probable cause.
may I supplement with a Court of Appeals case, a U.S. Court of Appeals case, McCormick v. City of Fort Lauderdale. 333 Federal 3rd 1234, head note 2. To convert a simple battery to an aggravated battery under federal law, great bodily harm defines itself and means great as distinguished from slight, trivial, minor, or moderate harm. It does not include mere bruises, as are likely to be inflicted in a simple assault battery. So if there's only scratches and bites, I believe those could fall into the minor or moderate harm, as there's, as the state mentioned, no permanent disfigurement or disability.
Your Honor, state would make the comment that state's case is more on point. I understand that's a U.S. appeal case. However, that's just the definition of what great bodily harm is, which this court is already aware of.
Right. I think that the 4th DCA case that actually says bite marks are sufficient at least is enough for this court to say there's probable cause. Now, whether the state can sustain a conviction in this case, I don't know. And whether your office wants to file motions on this, that's up to you guys. But I think there is at least probable cause in this case. I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means? You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you cannot coordinate that with the victim. Do you understand? You also can't have any contact with any witness in this case. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Ryan Smith.
A capias was issued for your arrest in 21 CF 7613AO, charging you with false imprisonment and battery with a prior battery, domestic violence.
Your Honor, and information has also already been filed.
Charging?
Those two same charges.
All right. Your bond is $2,500 on count 1, $1,500 on count 2. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Sure.
You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. Did you two live together?
I don't even know who it is, miss.
Can the state please give the victim's name?
Yes, Your Honor. Melissa Johnson.
All right, so you can't have any contact with her. You can't return to her residence or be within 1,000 feet of her residence. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck, sir. Did I appoint the PD? Please tell me your name.
Nathaniel Valadares.
21 CF 7652. You're here charged with aggravated battery, permanent disfigurement, false imprisonment, domestic battery by strangulation, and battery dating violence.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I have two issues. One.
Hold on, I haven't appointed you yet.
Okay. Sorry.
I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Probable cause as to the aggravated battery with permanent disfigurement. Again, I have case law from the Courts of Appeals on the definition of that, if you would like to see that.
Your Honor, I have a 5th DCA case saying that stitches are permanent disfigurement.
Right? She was getting stitches, counselor. I think that's
I can provide it to the court.
prima facie.
Permanent disfigurement. For the record, it's Guthrie v. State. It's a 5th DCA case from 1981. It's still in good standing. The site is 407 Southern 2nd, 357, and it holds that stitches are permanent disfigurement.
If you do find PC in that charge, Your Honor, I would have you consider the double jeopardy issues of charging aggravated battery as well as battery.
Your Honor, again, that is a trial issue. That is not an issue here at IA, and it wouldn't be double jeopardy as it hasn't been filed on.
Well, I have case law for that too, if you'd like to consider that, Your Honor.
That says that,
It would be a double jeopardy situation if he was charged with aggravated battery as well as battery.
If an information was filed with both, we cannot proceed on both. At IA, it
at
is.
first appearance?
I did the research. As to the double jeopardy issue, I don't think it was a first appearance case, but I was just having it brought before the court early on.
Do you have a case?
I don't think it's, let's see if it addresses probable cause.
May I confer with this client for a moment, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you want to bring me the case law?
I can, Your Honor. May I approach?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Your Honor, from the very top, double jeopardy attaches when a jury is sworn, there's an information filed. Double jeopardy has nothing to do with IA. I don't believe this case is on point in the slightest.
All right, thank you both. I do find that there's probable cause in this case. Your bond is $15,000 on count 1, $15,000 on count 2, $5,000 on count 3, and $100 on count 4. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you may not coordinate that with the victim. Do you understand?
Your Honor, he does otherwise qualify for PTR. Even though you said bonds, would you consider PTR in lieu?
No. All right, good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
My name is Adam Alawi, Your Honor.
21MM3948W. You're here charged with battery domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Does the state object to pretrial release in this case?
No, Your Honor.
I'll place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You must maintain a separate residence, and I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Please tell me your name.
Steele.
21MM4465. You're here charged with battery domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Ma'am, do you wish to testify?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand.
Please try to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Cara Castile, Casteel.
Thank you. I'm going to have the state ask you some questions.
Good morning, Ms. Castile. Can you please state your relationship to Mr. Castile?
We're married.
Are you afraid of him?
No.
Do you want to have contact with him?
Yes.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
No. Things just, I guess vacations aren't really vacations and tensions went high. So I would like things to just be okay so we can get back home.
Approximately how long have you guys been married?
Almost 4 years.
And have you had any prior DV arrests back in Illinois? Not that you're aware of?
I didn't know him when he was in Illinois.
Okay. Or Ohio?
No.
Okay. And if anything like this ever occurred in the future or anything more severe, would you feel comfortable calling 911?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Any questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
You said you've been married for 4 years?
Almost 4 years. This year will be 4 years.
So the assault conviction in 2019 was not you? You're not the victim of that crime?
Oh, no, it was. That was dropped to a lesser charge.
I think the lesser is assault. That's a misdemeanor. All right, Mr. Castile, your bond is $500. I'm ordering that you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means? You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You can't possess or consume alcoholic beverages or any controlled substance without a valid prescription.
And that's going to be a little difficult because I have his daughter with me.
He still can't talk to you,
Your Honor,
not right now.
if separate from the victim, is he able to return to Ohio?
Yes, just not together. Is there a third party, a mom or an aunt or someone that you guys can use to coordinate about the child?
We don't have anybody.
Then that's going to be tough, but he can't have any contact with you right now. You must maintain a separate residence. Even in Ohio, I'll allow you one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you can't live with her right now. Do you understand that? When are you supposed to go back?
Thursday.
So you have belongings now at the, whatever this hotel is? Were you in the same room? So I'll allow you to return one time to that hotel room with law enforcement to gather your belongings there, but don't coordinate that with her. You understand?
Okay.
All right, good luck. Good luck, ma'am. What? Get closer to the mic?
How am I going to get back to the hotel?
I don't know, just not with her. Uber? Don't, sir, I just told you you're not allowed to have any contact with her. Look at me. What about my order was not clear to you?
I'm sorry,
Do you understand you just violated the court's order in the presence of the court?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was just hoping she could get my wallet and my phone to me.
I don't really care what you were hoping. I should hold you in contempt of court. You violated the court's order in the presence of the court. What gives me any, how can I believe that you won't walk out that door and violate my order again? You just did it in front of me. Do you understand this is a court order?
Yes, I do.
What did I order you to do?
No contact with my wife.
What does no contact mean to you?
Contact with her.
You can't speak to her, you can't send her a text message, you can't call her on the phone, you can't send a message through friends or family. Is that clear?
Clear.
Take him out. Please tell me your name.
Ashley Malmstrom.
21MM4458. You're here charged with battery domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. She qualifies for pretrial release. Does the state have any objection?
Your Honor, state would ask for PTR with bond, given that a weapon was used.
It's not charged as a weapon.
I know, Your Honor, but given that it is a violent in nature offense, I understand she otherwise qualifies for PTR. Again, we don't have victim input, and she used her keys, thrusted them towards his face. It did not hit him, but the keys went into the wall.
Your Honor, she otherwise does qualify with no criminal history. I would have you consider that as well.
Ma'am, I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means? You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. All right, good luck. Please tell me your name.
Joshua Moore.
21 MM4453. You're here charged with battery domestic violence. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Ma'am, do you wish to testify?
Yes, please.
Please raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your name for the record and spell your last name.
Asma Bhatti, Bhatti.
I'm going to let the state ask you some questions.
Good morning. Can you please state your relationship to Mr. Moore?
He's my husband.
Are you afraid of him?
No, not at all.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
No, ma'am.
If anything like this ever occurred in the future, would you feel comfortable calling 911?
Yes.
And do you want to have contact with him while this case is pending?
Yes, I do.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
No questions, Your Honor. He does otherwise qualify for PTR other than a 2019 FDA, no criminal history to speak of.
Ma'am, he qualifies for a program that we call pretrial release, which means that he wouldn't have to post a monetary bond to be released. He'd have to comply with certain conditions. Do you have any objection to that?
No. No, Your Honor.
All right, at this time, I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You can't have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you can't coordinate that with her. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't see any alcohol or anything. Do you, Ms. May?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck. Who? I have Boyd. Please tell me your name. 21 CF 7441. A warrant was issued for your arrest for failing to update your address with the Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles as a sexual offender. Another judge has already found probable cause in this case. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $15,000. You must comply with all sex offender reporting requirements. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Dylan.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 19 CF 8848.
Your Honor, we have filed an information only as to count one, the fleeing, not the reckless.
All right, the state has also filed a charging document already. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Obviously, there's probable cause, and they've already filed the charge. I'll stay your bond at $5,000. Good luck, sir. Right. So I guess you can RO him as to the second charge because there is no second charge now. Please tell me your name.
Alexis, down there.
21 CF 7608. You're here charged with possession of cocaine and carrying a concealed firearm. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. There is probable cause in this case. Your bond is $1,000 on count 1, $2,500 on count 2. You can't possess or consume any controlled substance without a valid prescription. You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck, sir.
Lewis's behavior.
21 CF 7628. I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office.
Just a moment, Your Honor. Can you reset this till tomorrow so I can speak with Ms. George, as she'll be here tomorrow about this case?
Yes, I can do that.
Thank you.
We'll reset it for tomorrow.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Please tell me your name.
Saquon Mills.
21 CF 7632. You're here charged with aggravated assault with a firearm, possession of a firearm in the commission of a felony, and resisting an officer without violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. What level felony is count 1? The first?
I have it as an F3,
Is an F3?
and then possession of a firearm and commission of a felony as an F2. I can double check it, Your Honor, 1 second.
All right, maybe I was wrong.
For the aggravated assault statute, the 784.021, aggravated assault is an assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill or with the intent to commit a felony. Shall be guilty of a felony in the 3rd degree. So I believe it's an F3, Your Honor, and then an F2.
I just thought that the firearm made it higher.
I don't believe so, Your Honor. I believe it's within the statute itself.
All right. Your bond is $5,000 on count 1, $10,000 on count 2, and $100 on count 3. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't have contact with any victim or witness in this case. Good luck.
Appreciate you.
Please tell me your name
Nelson.
and your last name.
Senna. Lady Senna.
21 CF 7631. You're here charged with battery on a law enforcement officer, trespass, refusing to leave, and resisting without violence. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $5,000 on count 1, $100 on counts 2 and 3. You're not allowed to have contact with any victim or witness in this case. You can't return to Island Club condominiums. Do you know where that is? You can't go back there, sir. Do you understand? Do you understand? I can't hear you.
Understand.
Thank you. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Tavian Quarterman.
20 CF 5960. A capias was issued for your arrest, charging you with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Your bond is $5,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with any victim, co-defendant, or witness in this case, and you can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand?
Right.
I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
M. Russell.
21 CF 7625. You're here charged with criminal mischief greater than $1,000. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $1,000. You can't return to the scene or have contact with any victim or witness in this case. Do you understand?
Can I get, is there any way you can get an ROR?
No, sir, I'm not going to do that at this time, but your attorney can file a bond motion in front of the trial judge. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Katie Starling.
2015 CF 12993AO. A capias was issued for your arrest for failing to appear for a plea hearing on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think it's 10 dealing and 10 receiving.
Yes, 10 dealing in stolen property charges and 10 receiving money from a pawnbroker by false verification of ownership. All of those charges. There's no bond authorized on this capias, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck, ma'am. Oh, she already has an attorney. Thank you. Please tell me your name.
Jerry Dewsbury.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 20 CF 5076 for violating your probation by failing to report to the probation officer as directed, by changing your residence without first procuring the consent of the probation officer, and by failing to undergo a psychosexual evaluation as directed. There's no bond authorized on this warrant, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Donald Gresham.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 19 CF 8838, charging you with violating your probation by failing to make a full and truthful report to your probation officer and failing to report as directed. Changing your residence without first procuring the permission of your probation officer. There's no bond authorized on this warrant, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Angela Maynard.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 19 CF 3986 for violating your probation by committing the new law violation of fraudulent check, insufficient funds greater than $150. There's no bond authorized, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. You also have a warrant in 16 CF 7821 for violating your probation by committing the criminal offense of issuing a fraudulent check. Again, there's no bond, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Christian Mooring.
18 CF 5785. You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest for violating your probation by committing the new criminal offense of possession of drugs, marijuana over 20 grams. There's no bond authorized, and at this time, I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Kyle Moat.
In 21 MM 4467, you're here charged with possession of a concealed weapon. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $500. You can't have any contact with the co-defendant, and you can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. You also have 3 violations of probation: 18 CF 4235, 18 CF 6560, and 18 CF 3747, all with no bond. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you in all 3 of those cases as well. Good luck.
Excuse me.
Yes,
When can I get a bond on those charges?
you'll have to see, I believe it's Judge Lattimore. because it's a violation of probation, I'm not going to give you a bond on those.
Your Honor, I believe he's also a violent felony offender of special concern.
He is a violent felony offender of special concern. That is correct. Thank you. Thank you. Please tell me your name. I can't hear you.
Darnell Owens.
Thank you.
Sorry.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 CF 7060 for charging you with robbery with a firearm and grand theft. Another judge has already found probable cause in this case, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Go ahead, Ms. May.
Your Honor, as to count 1, it is a punishable by life offense. State is asking that you hold him no bond pending an Arthur hearing.
I will do that at this time. You'll have no bond on count 1. Your bond on count 2 will be $5,000. You can't have contact with any victim or witness in the case. You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. And you can't have, did I say co-defendant? No co-defendant contact. You have 3 violations of probation, 20 CF 13135, 20 CF 3692. Oh, I'm sorry, just 2.
2.
There's no bond on those. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you in those as well. You can't have any contact with the co-defendant. And then in 21 CF 7634, you're here charged with possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver with a firearm, possession of cocaine, and possession of a concealed weapon. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case as well. There is probable cause. Your bond is $15,000 on count 1, $2,500 on count 2, $500 on count 3. You can't have any co-defendant contact. You can't have contact with any known drug dealers. You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. And you can't possess or consume any controlled substance without a valid prescription. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor, will I have to go to?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you have any other questions for me?
No, ma'am.
All right. At this time, I'm revoking your bond in 21 CF 3174. Good luck, sir.
Thank you. You have a good one.
Please tell me your name.
Johnny Quarterman.
17 CF 14959. You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest for violating your probation by using intoxicants to excess, by failing to make court cost payments, by failing to undergo drug and alcohol evaluation, and by failing to successfully complete 50 hours of community service. There's no bond authorized on this warrant, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Eric Smith.
You're here for violating your probation in 15 CF 11593. There's no bond, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. He's also a violent felony offender of special concern. Good luck, sir. 20 MM 5430. I find her refusal a willing waiver of her appearance today in court. It's a violation of probation. There's no bond authorized on the warrant. I'll appoint an attorney to represent her. Please tell me your name.
Samuel Light.
Looks like you have out-of-county warrants. In 18 CF 3426, you have a warrant out of Seminole County. for violating probation, 2 counts. Leaving the scene of a crash involving serious injury. It says the bond is $5,000. I don't know if that's $2,500 on each count,
Yes, ma'am.
or if it's 1 count. It says 2 counts.
Yeah, it's just like a blanket bond, so he'll just pay $5,000.
All right. So you do have a bond, but we'll notify them that you're here so they can come get you. But you can bond out if you're able to post the bond.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck. Please tell me your name.
Chauncey McDuffie.
In 21 CF 2915, looks like you have a capias out of Sarasota for homicide, second-degree murder. The bond on that is $500,000. Hold on one second. It says 2 counts.
I have 3 on the,
You have what?
I have 3 on the face sheet.
But I have the capias, and the capia says homicide, willful killing, murder, not premeditated, second degree. Oh, it says count 2. So is there a first count?
On the teletype, it shows something like the homicide count, which was 500,000. Then I think it was like a second degree murder and a aggravated.
It shows attempted murder with
Yeah,
no bond.
No bond, and then 7,500. So there's like,
Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon with 7,500. But that's not on the actual capias. Wait, here's an arrest warrant for, it's 2, there's a capias and an arrest warrant in the same case number. Now I understand. So the capias is charging you with second-degree murder. The bond on that is $500,000. In the same case number, there's also an arrest warrant charging you with attempted murder and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. But it's scratched out. So it says no bond and then $25,000 bond. So on the attempted murder charge, there's no bond at this time. And on the possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, I'll go with the teletype. It says 7,500. But I'm actually going to appoint your office in this case because I think this is really confusing. We'll notify them that you're here so Sarasota County can come and get you. But in the meantime, I'm still going to appoint an attorney up here to represent you. Good luck.
So it was 500,000 on the KPS, that was second degree murder.
Right.
0 bond on the arrest warrant, that was attempted murder.
Yes.
And then 7,500 on the arrest warrant, that was possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Please tell me your name. You have a warrant out of Brevard County in 21 CF 27639 for failing to appear on a charge of petty theft, 2 or more priors, resisting recovery of merchandise. Looks like your bond is $5,000. We'll notify them that you're here so they can come and get you, but you do have a monetary bond. Bond is set as, it's $5,000 cash or surety bond. All right. Good luck, ma'am. Thank you. Is that everyone? All right, anything else before court is in recess?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you.